2026, 2027, it's going to be the years of the tool changer. And here comes another one, Infimech, with the MX and MX Pro. 6 tool heads or 8 tool heads, you choose. But with a caveat, it's coming to Kickstarter. Will it be like the U1? I don't know. Let's check it out. I do want to state that this video is not sponsored by Snapmaker, Elegoo, Bamboo, or anyone else. These are my thoughts on what's coming for Infimech with the MX and MX Pro. So Infimech, they're releasing a couple tool changers this year. The first one, the MX. Super exciting, 6 tool heads. A smaller build volume though. It looks like it's about 220 by 220. Don't quote me on that. I just know it's smaller than the standard 256 by 256. However, it's still exciting though because it looks like it's going to be using that similar technology to the Bondtech. But the big question I have is, what's the price point going to be? The 6 tool heads are awesome because it gives you access to CMYK, full spectrum. However, it doesn't give you that extra nozzle for supports. But with that being said, there is another model coming that is bigger, the MX Pro. That is 300 by 300 build volume, fully enclosed, fully heated chamber, fully cooled chamber. And my super question is, what kind of tool changing mechanism is this? Is it like the Bondtech system? I don't know. It seems similar from the pictures that I've shown you up here on the screen, but I have questions. It's coming to Kickstarter. I'm super excited about it. But Kickstarter means that it could be like the U1, super awesome and great, and gets to the studio and I love it. Or it could be, you know, it never comes to market. That's the risk you take on Kickstarter, so take it with a grain of salt. However, I don't know much about Infimech. They seem like they're a newer company in this space, but that's neither one way or the other. It could be either way. New companies could be new innovation, or it could mean that they're a startup. I don't know. I've reached out to them and I'm waiting to hear back from them. And if you've made it this far into the video, you deserve a reward. So let me help you save some money. If you're shopping with Sunlu, you can save 3% by using code Beglorious when you purchase filament. And if you're shopping with Polymaker and you're a new customer, you can use code Beglorious and save 15% on your first order. All right, let's get back to it. So let's take a look at these two machines and their layout. First, the MX and the MX Pro together, their spools are on the side. And to me, that's a pain. And it's not just with those two machines, it's with all the tool changers. It seems to be that there's really no answer for the ecosystem drying while printing. Whether it's in a box, in an AMS, there's not really an answer for that other than aftermarket right now. I'm currently exploring that for the U1, and that'll be content that I release later. However, that's a pain point I would love to see some of these companies solve for end users. It would be great. Second, there's a little bit of a difference from the feeding path that I see from the MX and the MX Pro. The MX seems like it goes over the top, versus the MX Pro seems like the spools go around to the side. Does that mean the feeding mechanisms are going to be different? I also noticed that there's not really an auto feeder on this, so I think you're still going to be spooling it in manually. Now I want to talk about the tool heads of these machines. I'm kind of curious and interested on these, and here's why. These look very, very similar to the Bondtech style nozzles, tool heads, whatever you want to call them. They are narrow and they sit in the back. Is the swapping mechanism going to be very similar as the Bondtech? Is it Bondtech? I don't know, but we're going to find out when the Kickstarter launches. I'm excited about that, but take that with a grain of salt because Kickstarter, nothing's promised. And that's the risk you take with backing something on Kickstarter. The U1 could have very well been a bust on Kickstarter, but it wasn't, thankfully. They're here and it's changed the game, but it just goes to show you that not anything's promised on Kickstarter. So if you're going to back something, be prepared for that. But also be excited because that's important. The innovation is coming to these tool changers in 2026, and I'm super excited about that. If you like this type of video, hit that subscribe button and stay up to date on these tool changers that come up. When I see a new one, I'll cover it for you all. And until next time, be glorious.